Now, obviously, Stephen Bannon was arrested. Southern District of New York, they're the ones trying to get all the Trump supporters. I don't like Stephen Bannon. He's done some nasty stuff. He bear false witness against Roger Stone. But now you see him with a private border wall that raised tens of millions of dollars. And then they kept a couple $100,000 apiece for their expenses and things. Since when can you not start something like that and have it set up and you get money? I mean, look at the left. They got billions in the Clinton Foundation for treason. So I don't like this one bit. I think it's a serious situation. But you see what they did to Steve Bannon after he worked for him, though. Steve Bannon arrested this morning right after Obama's speech, right before Biden's speech, to discredit the wall, to make it look like Trump did something bad. This same company got some of the contracts to build the wall. This is to embroil Trump in a new wall scandal. Bannon is so slippery and so nasty, from what I've seen, that he might be in on this, meeting with Epstein before he died, meeting with the Clintons and others reportedly, that they could have put him into the indictment so that he can now try to implicate Trump or something, which is totally asinine. Trump distanced himself, 4 or 5 months ago from that wall, saying, that they're trying to embarrass him. We've already built 600 miles of wall. Trump's really tried, done his best job with all the environmental issues and people blocking. I don't trust Bannon as far as you can throw him. He told the House Intelligence, the Senate Intelligence Committee, that, this is important, that he never talked to WikiLeaks, that Roger Stone never talked to WikiLeaks. Then a few years later, he tells the kangaroo court at Judge Amy Berman Jackson's operation in D.C. that Stone was their direct line to WikiLeaks and was the WikiLeaks expert, and then he told Trump that. I was there at the time when the conversations were happening. I know what was going on. It's not true. It's not about defending Roger Stone. That's a side issue. It's about defending reality. So he bore false witness against Roger Stone on record. He perjured himself. So when I got a text message a few hours ago, Bannon arrested, before I went and checked it and found out what it was, I thought, oh, for perjury to Congress? No. So I don't trust this as far as I could throw Steve Bannon's dandruff-covered body, because he is like just a disgusting person. And he's a Hollywood, operative that just glommed onto our information and opportunistically then posed as a patriot, then brought in all the globalists in the administration. I don't like Steve Bannon. That said, this is important. I don't like seeing this happen to him because they raised $20-something million for that, and they're charging the three-head dudes. They only got a couple $100,000 a piece to be down at the border every week and to fly around and do all that. After you pay taxes, after you pay expenses, that's nothing. And if we're going to have the NRA taken down by the Attorney General in New York, excuse me, I had a Freudian slip, if we're going to have the NRA taken down by the corrupt Attorney General, Letitia James, and we're going to have Bannon by the Southern District of New York, the FBI that's going after everybody, but Bill Clinton could get $4 billion in their foundation for paper play and destroy all the emails and get caught shipping little kids kidnapped out of Haiti and the missile secrets to China and on and on and on, and Joe Biden and Burisma and Joe Biden and China and Joe Biden endorsing China to run America and all the real tyranny. It'd be one thing if all the globalists were indicted, then they got Steve Bannon for something. But reading the indictment, what I could find of it this morning, it's nothing. They said that they misled the public about where the money was going. If you're the executives managing, building, the last time I heard was like 25 million they raised or something. That sounds about right. People running projects that big. Couple hundred, I mean, that's not a crime, ladies and gentlemen, but what do you expect to happen to a little liar, not worse than a stool pigeon, like Bannon, who went and bore false witness against Roger Stone? Because let me tell you, Roger Stone was trying to get a job here at the time. He was already on the show. And I said, yeah, get me WikiLeaks, get me Manafort, get me Bannon. All those establishment guys wouldn't come on. Because even WikiLeaks was on, ABC News all the time and CNN. They wouldn't give us the time of day. And I didn't need them to give us the time of day. I just wanted Roger to get us some big guests. And I said, if you could be like a booker that got big guests for a political show that you do, covering the election and then and the aftermath of the election, then I will hire you for what he wanted, which was a big sum of money. He'd been a consultant for Fox. He was paid by Fox. He didn't want that said at the time because Fox doesn't want you to know that most of their contributors are paid. And that's kind of how they control what you say and what you do. So I was there, and I know he didn't do that. And I know they investigated me in the WikiLeaks thing, and I know they had grand juries out on me. And I tell you they've had grand juries. I'm like, oh, yeah, Jones, they got grand juries out on you. Yeah, the very same people do. And so I know what it's like to have done nothing. Nothing. And you're under investigation for being a Russian spy, and you tune into the House Armed Services Committee, and they're calling you a Russian agent with no proof, and you don't get to face your accuser. At least in the McCarthy hearings, you got to go face your accusers. And then the Senate Intelligence Committee said, to save America, we must destroy Alex Jones. These are quotes. And then I'm a Russian. No, I'm a loyal American stopping your Chi-Com takeover. If it was a Russian takeover, I'd be a Russophobe on their butt so fast, like a bird dog on a quail that just got blasted out of the grass. But that's not what's happening here. I'm a loyal American, and they know the grassroots listen to us, so they want us discredited in silence. So I wouldn't be surprised if they indict me in the next month. That's what this is all about. So they can strut around and say they're the good guys and we're all the criminals. Where is the QAnon indictments of the criminals? Where's all that magic stuff? And you got one of them finally indicted, and that's Durham, and that's what's happening there. Just a few months ago, almost every storable food manufacturer was sold out. They were still taking people's orders, and many of the companies have still not fulfilled them. All the orders we got in have been fulfilled. Our supplier's the best, the highest quality, the best containers to transport it as well, and they've got the food with 4 factories in stock. It takes them 2 to 4 weeks to get it shipped out to you. You need to order your storable food now. The world is much more dire. The economic system is collapsing. The third world's already starving to death. Food prices are exploding here. The farms and the production plants are shutting down because of the COVID hoax. You need to get your storable food while you still can at InfoWarsStore.com. It's a 360 win. It also funds our operation. But you need to get it, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year. You need to get that now and have that check box off of being prepared and being self-sufficient. We also have high-quality water filtration and air filtration at InfoWarsStore.com. They're absolute must. But whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, don't wait until a bigger crisis comes. Don't wait till everybody panics. Take action. Get ready now. I've talked to the EMS and I've talked to medical doctors, and what makes you nauseated, it's not just the smell of piss. What we call the smell of bum piss. It has that sweet, nauseating smell. It's say sweet. Well, it does. It's a sweet stench. It makes me want to throw up like rotten meat. It is the crap of dust mites.
Have you noticed the stench of bum piss in your leftist-run neighborhoods? The crap of dust mites in bum piss is a real thing, and InfoWars Store has the solution. InfoWars has created the most powerful herbal lung cleanse and respiratory support product on the market. With over 1,000 types of mold and mildew, toxic chemicals, and yes, dust mites. Our Lung Cleanse Plus, made with organic and wild cultivated herbs, is just what you need to survive the unprecedented surge of bum piss and other toxic substances in liberal leftist cities everywhere. Order the InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse Plus supplement today at InfoWarsStore.com.